We fixing to make this town real smoking.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I want to add on to a video that I seen. I was watching Maximilian. I was recommended one of his videos by the YouTube algorithm, and I watched it, and the video was very simple in nature. It's like fighting games are so below average to where we have to beg and pray for it to be like a basic game.
Is it a super feature-rich fighting game? Is there a whole bunch to do outside of play multiplayer online? That's a whole other conversation. Yeah, there's not a ton of feature-rich fighting games today. It's one thing that I think will actually be a make or break for Street Fighter 6. I think we can all agree on that, right?
For example, we have to pray that there will be multiple game modes besides just a story and besides just fighting online. When you're talking about Tekken 8, it's like we're going to get lucky if they add in Team Battle, Tekken Force, all these other game modes. It's like, why is fighting games like that? Why are the developers so like, why do they not add more to the game? It seems like now they're kind of like understanding, okay, let's add more, but at the same time they're not. It's like Harada said no to frame data, but then he added it in for like a $4, $5 price tag. I wonder what they're going to do for Tekken 8. Are they going to try to add that on at the base, or are they going to add that on later? Because frame data, I think, helped a lot of people. It definitely helped me. Just being, and here's another thing. Searching for games take forever. Finding a match, and then you have people cheating and plugging and quitting, and why it's so difficult to play fighting games. Like I kind of give it up on Tekken 7. You guys want to know this from watching the channel, but behind the scenes, I've been so over it. Like, I made some other videos that has nothing to do with Tekken or fighting games at all, and it's just because it feels like fighting games is such a pain at times. You have to put so much energy and effort just so it can be a functioning game. Like, there was a portion of the video, in Maximilian's video, I think he was watching someone else's video, I don't know. But basically, the guy said,
What's that wonderful thing that Wooly said? How to save fighting games.
Hello, Wooly. You seem to be into fighting games. Is that accurate?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. I hear fighting games are cool. You played Among Us earlier. What can fighting games do that they haven't done over the past couple decades to somehow reach the popularity that Among Us got overnight in like 2 seconds?
Work.
what can fighting games do to have the same level of success as Among Us did, right? Fighting games are super old, and even the ones that we consider successful, Guilty Gear Strive, we consider that to be one of the best fighting games of this generation, of this starting generation. And the player base on that is so small. It's like a fraction. How do they get bigger? And one, I would say, make online that actually works. Finding a match should be liquid smooth. Like, if I go on Call of Duty right now, if I end the recording on this video right now and search for a game of Call of Duty, I will be in a match in 2 minutes. And that's with me turning on my game and everything. Now, if I say the same for Tekken 7, it's going to take about 6 minutes. Who even knows if I will find the actual match? And it's kind of odd. Call of Duty is filling up these 50, 100, 150 player lobbies. Fighting games is simply trying to connect you to one other person. Something that I was also thinking about, how can fighting games get bigger faster? Something that I was thinking about, and I know this is a stretch. Well, anything is a stretch when you're talking about fighting games. Netcode, balancing, game modes, anything is a stretch. Tekken Force, they really could turn that into something special if they really had the. It really comes down to if they want to, if they decide to. But I feel like Tekken Force is something that can pull in a casual fan base so crazy. Like, I kind of want to use the word battle royale in a sense because I feel like Tekken Force will be the closest thing to that because battle royales is huge. Of course, the hype died down a few years ago. It was really big, but I think it just the name of battle royale still holds a lot of weight. And I feel like we've been talking about making a 4-player co-op dungeon, but if they were some way able to make, let's say, 20 players in one Tekken Force match and then, turn that into a battle royale in some way, shape, or form, out of those 20 people, whoever survives wins. I don't know how they can do it, but I feel like that is a way they can also, like, I mean, it's kind of interesting because you have Mortal Kombat playing around with the crypt. They're talking about expanding it, making it more. And then you have Tekken Force, which is this thing that they're not really putting any effort into or they're not really building upon. I feel like that could be something greater. It can definitely add a lot of fun and a lot of replayability to the game.
We want to expand the genre. Like, the toughest part is actually getting new people to invest into fighting games in general. He actually was saying that he wants other developers around them to succeed. He doesn't want them to do bad, because when one fighting game gets bigger, the chance is that the others will get bigger around it. And he's actually right. He's definitely right about that.
After watching Maximilian's video, I thought back to Eris. Eris said, fighting games are so impoverished, poor almost. And what he meant by that, it's like fighting games operate as if they're bottom of the barrel, like scum. Like I said, we'll get lucky if Tekken 8 has all these wonderful things attached with it. And it's like you can find the indie games for like $10 that does everything that fighting games do, if not better. And it's like, why is that? Why are fighting games so reluctant to be a good, fully functioning game? It's odd. I just want to talk about this because I think the biggest hurdle to these fighting games being good, Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat 12, Street Fighter 6, DNF Duel, Multiverses, all these titles that's flying around right now, the biggest hurdle is themselves. It's the developers. However much effort they put in, content they put in, that's the level of success they'll reach. Like, you have Guilty Gear Strive and King of Fighters. They're both reaching their individual levels of success. But right now, it's like they're limited because it's only multiplayer. They don't really have anything outside of that to support. Because it's like, even for people to jump between fighting games, you almost need something that's enticing. You almost need something really cool to get someone to stop playing Tekken, to get someone to stop playing Street Fighter 5, and to get them to play your game. We kind of have tournaments. Tournaments is that link, but they can't rely on tournaments to carry their games. That's another thing that Eris was talking about. He was saying without tournaments, fighting games would suck. And the pandemic showed us that. And it's like they have to figure it out. I don't know. The biggest hurdle to fighting games being successful is themselves, the developers. We give them ideas. They have ideas. They have examples. It all comes down to whether they do it or not. And I don't know. I just think they need to get it together fast. Because if these games drop bare bones, the FGC is going to get real ugly real fast. But I just want to talk about this because it's such a simple concept. Release a game that's complete, that works, and that's fun. Such a simple concept, but it seems like so many companies, even outside of the FGC, just fails so miserably. And I don't want to see that because it's going to get real bad real fast. But that's it. That's all I really want to talk about. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.